Hey everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of Just Cause 4. So, like you guys already know, there's plenty of information regarding the game right now, but I kind of wanted to talk about some of the features that we haven't really heard about regarding Just Cause 4. So in today's episode, I wanted to do a top 5 list of some of the features that I'd like to see in Just Cause 4. So sit back, relax, and let me know in the comments if you have any of your own suggestions of some of the stuff that I might have missed. But let's begin with number 1, which is going to be vehicle and gun customization. Obviously, they did confirm that guns are going to have different firing modes, giving them different characteristics. But I think it would be a really cool addition if we saw proper gun customization. I mean, attaching silencers, attaching sights, underpower grenade launchers, different, for example, magazine capacities, and even skins. I think it would really suit a Just Cause game. They did also confirm that you have aiming down sights for the first time in a Just Cause, so I think it would kind of make sense for you as a player to be able to customize those sights. So I think gun customization is really one of the key missing features that they haven't really talked about at the time of me making this video. Same goes for vehicles. I'd love to be able to customize vehicles, giving them different, for example, speeds, boosters, nitros, all that sort of stuff to kind of customize their handling, their grip, potentially add something like GTA style customization where you can add tires that can be easily blown out and whatnot. I think it would be just really cool to see and just would add so much variety and so much control to the player. I feel like players crave that sort of control in an open world game, so I think it would be just a very welcomed addition to the Just Cause universe. So the second thing I want to talk about is first and third person mode. So obviously we know Just Cause is a third person game, but they are kind of jumping in and tinkering with first person mode. It was confirmed that obviously you're gonna be able to aim down sights in Just Cause 4 as well as have first person mode when you're driving or flying vehicles. But it would be cool to see that throughout the entire game, the ability for the player to switch between first and third person mode at all times. I mean, just imagine being so immersed, just gliding through the sky with your wingsuit in first person mode. I feel like it is such a missed opportunity if we wouldn't see something like that, but I obviously don't want them to limit the player to first person only mode. I feel like you should have the ability as the player to switch between third and first person mode. Otherwise, it will take away the Just Cause feel from the game, because I do feel like sometimes things are better experienced in third person, for example stunts, vehicle driving and whatnot, but it would be cool to just have that ability. So number 3, which I think is going to be the most requested one, is multiplayer. What the hell is going on, Avalanche Studios? Why is there no mention of multiplayer in Just Cause 4? I mean, we had mods for Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, so I feel like it was plenty of time for Avalanche to see the popularity of those mods and implement a native multiplayer mode into Just Cause 4. I just feel like it is such a missed opportunity with Just Cause 4, especially that GTA 5 now is getting kind of old. I feel like players are craving a new multiplayer experience, and the people that will jump on Red Dead Redemption 2 expecting GTA 5 style online might be a little bit disappointed. And having Just Cause release at the beginning of December straight after Red Dead Redemption, I feel like is such a missed opportunity with online. I do feel like the Just Cause universe definitely suits online and needs online in the future. I don't know, maybe they'll surprise us and talk about it, but I'm kind of surprised that they haven't already, which does lead me to believe that there won't be a multiplayer mode, because I feel like it would be a key focus of all of their presentations. I mean, not even a fully fledged multiplayer mode, just give us co-op, like 4-player co-op would be amazing. I don't even care about the story with friends and whatnot. I want to experience that by myself, but just give us the option to jump in and have a multiplayer session with, let's say, up to 4 buddies. I think that would be so amazing to see. Obviously, the modders sooner or later are gonna do that. But I also feel like kind of bad for all the console players, because obviously if we do see a mod for Just Cause 4 multiplayer, it is going to be PC only, because unfortunately modding on consoles is pretty much impossible, or isn't impossible, it's very limited and restrictive. So Avalanche Studios, honestly, if you're listening to this, we do need a multiplayer in Just Cause. I mean, not to sound a bit weird, but think of all the revenue potential. My god, look what happened to GTA Online. I mean, we need something like that in a Just Cause game, and I feel like everybody that has played the previous Just Cause games agrees. I don't think I have heard anybody say that a multiplayer mode for a Just Cause game is a bad idea. I just feel like the nature of the game definitely suits it. So another thing I wanted to talk about, which is going to be number 4, a sandbox mode. I did kind of make a full video about that, so if you haven't seen that already, go ahead and check it out for more detail regarding that. But I feel like we do need like a proper sandbox mode where the player is able to manipulate the environment, manipulate the enemies, and spawn vehicles and other elements into the world. Obviously, we've got the new crazy weather, so it would be cool for the player to be able to manipulate that weather, spawn it whenever they want at a press of a button. Let's say you're flying through the sky, you select the location where a tornado is going to spawn, and as you press that button, the tornado is just going to appear in front of you mid-stunt or something, and then you can have some crazy moments, as well as just the ability to spawn in objects like ramps, boosters, low gravity lifts, stuff like that, just to add more variety. Also tinker with, for example, gravity with the new Apex engine, because I'm sure it's capable of doing that, but I'm not sure how hard it would be to actually have something like that implemented in the game. But I just feel like a sandbox mode would be a very welcomed addition. Like I said, if you want more detail about that, what I mean by the sandbox mode, I do recommend you check out my other video on that. I'm gonna link it in the description so you guys can check it out. And last but not least is modding. I feel like modding was a little bit underwhelming with Just Cause 3 because of how hard it was actually to mod the game. I'm still surprised that people have come out with a multiplayer mode for that so kind of quickly and easily. I really didn't expect that, but I feel like if the new Apex engine is a little bit more modder friendly, if we don't get a multiplayer mode, I think it's going to be mods that are really going to keep the game alive, that are going to add new crazy features, vehicles, and just kind of game modes for the players to experience. I mean, we all saw what happens with Bethesda games, with the modding community, how supportive they are of the game, and how supportive Bethesda is, for the most part, I should say, with the modding community. So I think it would be really cool to see that in a Just Cause game, because once again, I feel like Just Cause game needs modding, needs multiplayer, needs sandbox, because that's kind of like what Just Cause is about to me. It's about creating crazy fun, and it's about the unexpected things that can happen to the player. So I feel like with modding, we could really have that in Just Cause 4. So let me know what you guys think about this list. Do you feel like I missed anything or I didn't touch on something that you'd like to see in a Just Cause game? If you do, then let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe for plenty more Just Cause 4 content. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, goodbye. Bye bye.